What is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have some really massive, really exciting news coming out of the League of Legends world. Today we're going to be going over this article that Riot recently posted just about an hour ago called Behavioral Systems August 2020 Update, and there's some really cool, again, really exciting information that's going to, I think, vastly improve the quality of life of League of Legends ranked games at least, and just be a really massive change for players in all regions all across the world. Before we get into this video, I just want to mention real quick, we recently unlocked channel memberships for just a couple dollars a month. You can help support me, my channel, and my content. If you like what we do here, if you enjoy my videos, if you gain any value from my channel at all, at least consider becoming a channel member today, and in return you will unlock some really cool and hopefully worth your while member exclusive perks, and I think it's really cool. I think it works out for both of us. I think it's an awesome system. Again, consider becoming a channel member today. But with that being said, here we go, getting into this article, which is called Behavior Systems August 2020 Update, sharing our changes coming in the next few patches. So they tweeted this out about an hour ago. Some really big changes, some really awesome stuff. So in their July update, they talked about a few specific areas around disruptive behavior that would be focusing on intent to lose actions and leaving or going idle in the game. So they're focusing on like people trolling, people griefing, and then people going AFK in your games. So the behaviors they're focused on include intentionally feeding, griefing, intentionally leaving the game, going idle in the game, which just means, you know, like sitting in fountain, not moving, going to a lane, not moving, rage, split pushing, anything like that, and completely DCing from the game. And their goals are to reduce all of these behaviors from happening and mitigate the impact to the other players on the team of the people who do these behaviors. I think those are awesome goals. In July when they posted this, I thought this was really exciting. I thought it was great. It was good to hear, but you know, words are only so much. Talk is cheap. I want to see their actions. I want to see what they actually do. And I think so far they've come out with some really cool stuff. So first of all, they want to be able to identify these behaviors at double the rate they are currently. This is intentionally feeding, idling, and AFKing. They want to be able to identify this more easily and just better. And for the longest time, they were like, oh, we can't actually detect this stuff. This stuff's so hard to detect, blah blah. This game's been out for 11 years. You have massive amounts of data. You have massive just tools, resources, money, everything to be able to solve this problem. It's one of the biggest problems in the game. And now all of a sudden, since there's been huge community outcry, now they're like, oh, now we can identify these behaviors. Whatever. I'm glad they're at least doing something. They also want to take action against those negative behaviors more consistently. That's great, because right now people who grief, people who int, people who DC from games don't really get banned. That you might get low priority queue, and that's pretty much it. And then let players know when they've caught negative behaviors in their games and work towards alleviating that pain. People do like to know that people who have trolled them have been banned and that the game is at least going in the right direction. As far as for idle and AFK actions, people just like not moving around or just AFKing completely or just, you know, standing still. They want to prevent it from occurring. They want to deter it from occurring in the first place, and they want to mitigate the impact of this behavior when it does occur. So what they're doing, this is the big part of the article, what they're doing for like people who have AFKs on their team is they're going to allow an early surrender option when people have an AFK on their team. That is such a good move. If I have somebody that AFK is like 3 minutes in, 4 minutes in, 5 minutes in, why do I have to wait until 15 minutes to surrender? I don't know what the win rate of a 4v5 is. I don't know if it's 10%. I don't know if it's less. It's not very high. Wasting 15 minutes of my life in a video game that, if I'm playing ranked, I'm trying to win, I'm trying to at least have a competitive game, have a fun time. Nothing's fun about a 4v5. Nothing's competitive about a 4v5. I don't want to waste my life. I don't want to waste my time. Our time is more valuable than that. I would rather get on to the next game, not let somebody AFK ruin, you know, 15, 20, whatever minutes of our lives. Having an early surrender option is awesome. I don't know if that's going to be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, but it's a step in the right direction. The more time we can save in an unwinnable, uncompetitive, unfun game, that's going to be a plus for everybody. That's a huge quality of life improvement. LP Mitigation. This one's massive. LP Mitigation for those in ranked games that have an AFK or intent to lose behaviors on their team during a loss. That's crazy because, sorry, we lost the mic a little bit. That's crazy because people have been asking for this for so long, that if you have an AFK to get reduced LP and for the AFK to lose more LP. But people are always like, oh no, that's abusable. Oh, Riot would never do that, blah blah. And now they're talking about doing that, but they're even talking about doing it for people who have intent to lose behaviors on your team. So if you have someone that's like griefing, rage splitting, just running it down, pretending to try but not really trying, doing anything, even if they're not completely AFK, you might still get LP mitigation. And if they can get that system down where it can actually start to detect those behaviors and really save a ton of people's LP time, that's going to feel so good for players. That's going to be a huge quality of life improvement. People are going to love that because people have been asking for that for so long, and it never seemed like Riot was going to do it. but now they are. Also, stricter queue lockouts for those that disconnect an AFK, and pre-queue warnings for those that have previously disrupted games. Also, they're continuing more champ select reporting stuff, muting. They want to improve the ban confirmation and detection and penalty system integration, just because that's like people who don't get their position. If you're autofilled and you're like, okay, well, I'm going mid, and they try and take your position, or if they like disco Nunu in draft, or if they ban your own team's champs, or if they just hold champs like hostage for any reason, if they want somebody to dodge because they have like a first time on their team, or they don't like playing with a certain person or whatever, those people are going to start getting reported more often. They're going to have a new penalty system integration for that stuff, which is also a big step in the right direction, because holding champs like hostage is definitely a huge problem in the game, but I definitely think a bigger problem is AFKs and idling behaviors, and it definitely seems like Riot is on top of those, and some of these changes are absolutely crazy. I'm so surprised they're doing LP mitigation, and if the system, again, it's easy to say we're going to do that. It's easy to say we're going to be able to detect this stuff. We have to wait and see. It depends what system they come up with to be able to detect these behaviors. It depends how good that system is. It depends what they consider idling, what they consider AFKing, how early you can surrender, how much LP it saves you, all that stuff. But trying anything is better than the nothing that they've been doing for the last 5, 6, 7 years. And that's why this problem has got to the point where it is, because they've chose to do nothing. Now they're choosing to do something. Hopefully we will see a reduction in those idling and AFK behaviors from players. Because the reason a lot of people do that is because they know there's no punishment, and that incentivizes them to just keep doing it, because who cares? I won't be punished anyway. So if they start to create punishments, if they start to create quality of life improvements for the other players on the team who have good behavior, it'll be such a better game for everyone involved, and hopefully we'll start to see a reduction in those idling and AFK behaviors and holding champ selects hostage. But that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about any of these behavioral system updates that they have coming out in the future? Is there anything else you think they should be doing? Is there one of these changes you guys don't like? Whatever, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe so update on the latest content. Definitely consider becoming a channel member today. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.